It's like Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Ha 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 ha. I'm nervous.
I'm in danger.
Are you ready to meet Karl Pilkington? We kind of already met him, didn't we?
We did once.
We did the Learning English with Ricky Gervais now. So the logical next step, they said, was to go meet Karl Pilkington. What kind of a person is this Karl Pilkington that everybody's so intrigued with? That apparently there's quite a Karl Pilkington following.
Well, perhaps we should investigate.
Did you know Karl Pilkington is bald?
I heard that.
Bald people, I tell you.
He's bald too.
Brad Jenkins is bald. Can you say that?
Brad Jenkins is an asshole.
Oh, nice.
I mean, bald.
Lucy Monroe is a bitch.
Ruff, ruff. Maybe.
But I love her.
Possibly. Oh, shucks.
I love her bitch tits.
I love you, bitch dick.
Ooh. Nice. Okay.
Anyway.
Hi, thanks for buying my DVD Politics. As a little extra, I thought you could meet a friend of mine. I talk about him in the show, Karl Pilkington. I thought it would be nice for you to get to know him a little bit better. So please meet Karl Pilkington.
Alright.
Right?
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Look at his little roundy, baldy, manky head.
We're getting that, yeah.
Right, Karl. A lot of subjects we touch on in the stand-up and in politics in general.
Yeah.
Things like race, disability, sexuality, law and order, crime and punishment. And I want to go through those with you and find out your views on those subjects, and thereby the general public getting to know you better. So let's go for it, shall we? Okay, start off with race, a big political issue. Race. What do you think about race?
We're just all the same, aren't we, at the end of the day?
Good. Yeah.
I mean, some of us age better than others. Yeah?
What do you mean?
Chinese.
Well, what do you mean?
They just...
They age better than us.
No, they age worse than us.
What's that based on?
Just when you see them.
Yeah, you don't know how old they are.
No, but you never see a sort of a 35-year-old one.
What does that mean? What do you mean you don't see a 35-year-old one?
Right, we're in London, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a Chinatown.
Yeah.
So I walk through there a lot, right? And they just always look old.
Yeah, but they might be old.
No, they're not.
Yeah, why is
They're not.
You can't say that,
Now
Karl.
you see some that are about probably about 30, right? And I'm not having a go, but normally when they're about 20, they're good looking. I
Right.
think they're all right.
Yeah.
See one who's 30, forget it. They just age overnight. It's like a pear.
What do you mean?
It just happens.
What is your evidence for this? Chinese people age very... some of the oldest people... I think the oldest man in the world is Chinese, at 120.
Yeah, he says he's 120. He's probably about 40. Telling you, fact. I mean, I'm not, like I say, I'm not having a go. I like them. Keep themselves to themselves and that. They're all right. But that's
Right.
race. That's done.
So that's brilliant. That's it. We've covered race.
Disabilities.
We talk about disability in the show. What are your views on the disabled?
What sort of disabilities?
Well, what sort are there?
Well, as soon as you mention disabilities, I'm thinking Elephant Man, rather than just in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Because they get looked after, they get ramps and that, don't they? They're all right.
They're loving it. They love those ramps, don't they?
No, but
They
yeah,
can't
yeah.
get enough of those ramps. In and out of libraries like nobody's business.
There's different. I mean, you know that I'm into freaks and that. No, again, I'm not. You know, it seems like I'm just having a go all the time.
No, you're
But
not.
they fascinate me.
Like, what do you mean? What is a freak to you, though?
Something that you look at and you go, you know, you do a double take. Steve Merchant.
Oh God.
Just odd stuff.
Right, okay. Like what, though?
When was it when they used to have sideshows and that, and they'd take them out like the pinheads and all that? Nothing's changed, has it? You know what I mean? People still like to see a two-headed kid or whatever.
Who likes to see a
I
two-headed... That's what you mean, isn't it? You like to see a two-headed kid? There's no such thing.
You're having a laugh.
No, there's not a two-headed kid.
Actually, there is.
He's got that book! Is it true you carry this book round with you?
This is a book, right, of the 50 sort of weirdest things in the world.
50 weirdest?
It's a rundown, right? It's a rundown, it's a little chart,
Yeah.
right? At number 50, don't know if you can get this, two-headed fella, that's at number 50. So what's at number 1?
It's not two heads.
Oh, it's two heads.
It's not two heads.
The
Can you
tumor?
see that or what?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not two heads?
Well, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's weird. I'll give you. I mean, that's not a normal look. I will give you that. I mean, I don't think he could be sorted out with the salon. But it's not strictly two heads, is it? But anyway, if you like it, that's good. Then. So that.
Right, well that's at like number 50 and that. There's loads of stuff in.
Just do you want to run through some of your favourite freaks with me?
Just got to watch it. It's getting a bit worn out. Some of my favourites, yeah. Just normal lad, yeah. He looks normal there. Just nice little head, nice little haircut and that. Nice top, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. 3 legs. 3-legged fella. He's quite happy with it. The annoying thing is, right?
Yeah.
3 legs.
Yeah.
You know what his job was?
Yeah.
3-legged juggler. What's the point of that?
What do you mean the point of it?
Well, he was his careers advisor there.
What should he have done?
Well, he's got 3 legs, isn't it? So any footballer, whatever, jogger.
A jogger.
You know what I mean?
Oh God.
So you got that in there. He's at number 23.
Oh God.
There's loads of odd diseases. I mean, you were talking about like disabilities and that. Sometimes it's not a disability. Sometimes just people have got weird stuff. There's one here, right? Again, just normal family photo going on. Yeah, everyone's sort of stood around the piano with the little mate who's got that aging disease.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
And
terrible.
it's not funny, is it? But look at him. Sat around the piano, singing happy birthday for the 8th time that day.
Oh God.
Singing happy birthday.
Just weird stuff like that. Weird, isn't it?
Oh God.
It fascinates me. It's not having a go. It's just odd stuff. I like odd stuff. So is that classed as disabilities?
Well, I'd have thought so.
That's what I think of them then. I mean, what other famous sort of freaks are they?
See, I don't think they even like being called freaks. I think if you're born with an extra leg, and the midwife says, "Well done, Mr. and Mrs. Chalmers, you've given birth to a 9-pound freak." I think, you know what I mean. A freak isn't a term that I think they use.
Well, how do they break it to them? I mean, do they sort of
That's a
just slip it in so they go, right, we've got 1 leg out, and here's the other 2? just slip it in that way. How do they do it? Like Elephant Man.
Yeah.
You know, that's my favourite film. You know that.
Why is it your favourite film, though?
Just it's a brilliant film. It's sad. It just makes you think, oh, you know, glad I haven't got a big head.
Yeah. You must wake up every day and you're thankful you've got a normal shaped head.
So you say that, but it's round.
Perfectly spherical.
What shape should heads be?
Well, it's not perfectly spherical, is it? There's not. Most people don't look like a tennis ball.
So where were we? Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favourite film.
See, you know that wasn't his real name. You know his name was John Merrick.
But the doctors did use the Elephant Man as the name, so they knew what his problem was before he turned up. Otherwise, you're wasting time looking at filing systems. When they say John Merrick's coming in at 3 and the doctor's like, oh, what's his problem? Wasting time. They go, Elephant Man's in. They go, right, get some more bums in. You know what I mean? Fact.
Oh God. Sexuality.
What do you think of gay and lesbian issues?
Each to their own.
Absolutely.
I mean, I had one working for me,
One. You had one, yeah? Good.
gay fella. Yeah.
Did you have a name or?
Yeah, but again, it's like how Doctor said Elephant Man's in. I'd sort of say, is gay fella in? They go, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just quicker. Problem with him was, right, it's gay stuff that he got to, whatever, you know, each to their own and that.
Like what? What sort of gay stuff have you
Well,
got to?
what they do, stuff, don't they? But this lad, he used to always come in late because he'd stay out late. And that's what they all do. They're always tired. That's what they do.
It's overgeneralizing.
Okay.
Gays, you know, the gays are all right.
Gays all right, are they? Good. How important do you think education is?
I haven't got that much. I'm all right, aren't
I mean, any form of education. I don't just mean that you can learn things.
I? You can know too much though, can't you? And then you worry about stuff.
What sort of thing? What do you mean?
Just stuff like if you watch the news, you start going, oh, it's a war on and that. Don't watch it. It's like, no worries. Do you know what I mean? You got Einstein.
Yeah.
He knew loads. Look at the state of him.
What do you mean? Look at the state of
Oh,
it.
he looks a bit of a mess, doesn't he?
Right.
Whereas, I don't know, look at a caveman or whatever, with no worries. Fairly healthy looking, good hair. You know what I mean? They're not bald, they're not stressed out.
Because you've lost a lot of hair. Do you think that's from all this knowledge that's shooting around in your head?
Yeah, probably. Probably. I could do without, you know, some of the knowledge I've got and that.
I think we need some evidence, though. I think we want to know some of the knowledge you've got.
Like what? What do you want to know?
Like, I remember talking to you about the nature of infinity once, and there's a lovely model that shows the nature of infinity, where they say an infinite amount of chimps, an infinite amount of typewriters will type the complete works of Shakespeare, and you couldn't grasp that. You couldn't.
Wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen. I think you know it wouldn't happen, but you say it would to annoy me.
No, because it works by definition, because it's the nature of infinity.
It doesn't matter.
If infinite means if they did everything at random, just random, forever and ever and ever, eventually they type everything.
It wouldn't.
They check. What do you mean it wouldn't?
It wouldn't. There'd always be mistakes.
There would be mistakes. They'd do the complete works of Shakespeare an infinite amount of times.
Yeah, but do you mean they'd actually do it from start to finish? Or chapter? They might get a chapter done. You go, right, well done.
It's not about. No.
All
No, there's no feedback to it. It's just that everything being done, they will eventually do everything every time. They'll get it wrong an infinite amount of times. They'll get every letter wrong an infinite amount of times.
Same monkey.
Doesn't matter whether it's an infinite amount of monkeys.
Why does the other one know what the first one did?
It doesn't matter. They've chosen monkeys not because they're thinking about it to take thought out of it. They want it to be random.
Yeah, but when they hand over, when
Who
they
hands
shift
over? What do you mean they shift?
The monkey. The monkey's done whatever shift pattern they're on.
They're not on a shift pattern. Infinity. You work from now forever.
One monkey.
What difference does it make if it's one monkey for an infinite amount of time or an infinite amount of monkeys?
Because you can believe it if it was one monkey doing it. Because he's going to get better, isn't he, as time goes on.
It's nothing to do with their consciousness. It's nothing to do with them thinking about it. What do you mean he'd get better?
He'd get better if he's doing it on his own. If it's just a one monkey, he knows what he's done.
It's nothing to do with knowing what you've done. It's just a random process to show the nature of infinity.
With no errors. It wouldn't happen. Seriously, people, I think you're winding me up on that one. It wouldn't happen. And it hasn't happened.
Because we haven't had an infinite amount of monkeys.
We've had years though, haven't we? There hasn't been one publication from a monkey. They've been around longer than us. That's what I'm saying.
They've been around longer than us.
You're laughing, but I think you know it's doesn't happen.
The elderly.
What do you think of the old people? Think of the old issues?
What do you mean?
What do you think about, but isn't it a shame that people work their life and then just get a little state pension that...
Oh, they do all right for themselves, don't they, old people?
What do they do?
Just potter about, don't they? Just potter. They don't need much money
No?
as you get older.
What do they spend it on doing?
Ornaments. Which are fading out, aren't they? They won't have ornaments in a few years' time. No one buys ornaments now. It's always older people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just as you get older, I mean, things are changing all the time. It's like I've said to you about old people that don't have Twixes, they don't eat Twix, but they like ornaments. So that generation, you know what I mean, things change.
What do you mean old people don't like Twix?
You never see an old man having a Twix. You never see one eating one.
Well, how would you know?
Because you see them, don't you, sat about having Werthers or whatever, but you never see them sat there tucking into a Twix.
I've never thought about it.
Oh, that's because you haven't seen one, so think about it. If you saw a fellow eating one, you'd go, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Crime and punishment.
Start with capital punishment. Do you believe in the death penalty?
Yeah, if they know for certain that,
Well, how do you know for certain?
if they say I did it,
Well, people have confessed before and been lying, haven't they, to get attention or something?
why would you lie?
You might be protecting someone else. The love of a parent for their child who's committed a terrible crime might say, I did it. There's loads of reasons. How can you kill someone? How can you make that a definitive ending when you can never know?
Because that person wouldn't do it again, because then they'd know, wouldn't they?
What?
Say if I did a murder,
Yeah,
you said, I'll take the rap for it,
yeah,
right? You go and get hung.
yeah.
I can't do a murder again because they'll go, so it wasn't him. It was
Well,
Karl all
there's
along.
there's loads of reasons people. If you're mental, if you're a serial killer, you don't stop because you think you might get caught.
So what are you asking me?
I was asking you, do you believe in the death penalty?
No. Well, what do you want me to say? I don't know what the right answer is.
Well, it's what you think. We're having a discussion.
I said if they've done it and that, yeah, do them in, yeah.
Could you pull the rope? Could you release the guillotine?
Why am I getting involved in it?
Well, if you believe in it, surely if you believe in it, you should be able to stand by it.
Well, which one is it? Which one have I got to do? What button am I pressing?
Does it matter?
Well, yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Or you wouldn't hang someone, but you'd...
So what do you do when you hang someone? You kick the stool away. What do you do?
Well, it probably is, I don't know, it's probably more sophisticated now. It used to be a trap door, didn't it?
So you just go like that. It's an easy gig. That's a job. That's someone's job.
Okay then, okay, we're not getting anywhere here. If you had to be killed, right, would you rather be hung, beheaded, burnt at the stake, or lethal injection?
Probably
Lethal injection.
injection.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a,
Would you say that too?
I said lethal injection.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be burned. Like,
No.
that'd be so painful.
Or just beheaded.
Yeah,
Unless
that
it's
would be quick.
Really sharp.
That would be quick, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, anyways.
so you just go to sleep. What if I tell you, everything else is the same, but with a lethal injection, as he injects it, he just slips his finger up your arse for a laugh.
How would that happen? Is that in small print? Have they told me that before?
I'm just saying, would it make a difference if you were going to die anyway? So you just lay down like that, like, he just injects you and he goes, okay, just not...
Why is he doing that?
What?
Why is he doing that?
Just for a laugh, why not?
For a laugh.
Well, yeah, if he's killing you, if you're worthless to society, why doesn't he might as well put his finger up your arse? What's to you? It doesn't make any difference to you, does it? You're going to die in a minute.
And do I know he's going to do this?
Yeah,
I'm not happy.
So what is it then? Lethal injection with a finger up the arse, hanging.
I'm not happy with the finger up the arse.
No, you're not. But surely you're not happy being put to death.
I just say, hang on a minute. Why are you putting gloves on? Why are you getting that finger out to get my arse?
Because maybe he doesn't put gloves on. Why does he put gloves on?
Well, I'm not happy with that.
But it's nothing to do with you, Karl.
Well, what do you have?
I'd have lethal injection without the finger up my arse. That's not your choice, though. You've done an awful crime.
I'm not having finger up the arse. Hang me then.
Well, you'd rather be hung than lethal injection with just popping a finger up your arse.
I don't want that. So
Okay.
what my other option?
Have your head cut off.
You know about the, are you still alive for about 30 seconds after you had your head cut off?
Wouldn't have thought so.
You see this, again, you believe the monkeys typing away.
Well, it's nerve reactions, isn't it? You're not alive as such.
Well, they got them to walk years ago whenever they did the last sort of head chopped off thing. How long ago was that?
I don't know.
A few years ago, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And they said to him, right, you're going to die in that. You've come to terms with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a bit of fun. right?
Finger up the arse?
No. Gonna do a white line on the pavement.
Bollocks. How could they tell him that that's what they were going to do? So he was meant to what? Remember this and walk the white line without a fucking head?
Well, this is what they did.
Well, no.
They painted a white line,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He said to him, right, I'm going to cut your head off.
Yeah.
There's the line, have a look now, right, so you know where it is.
Karl, think what you're saying. How is he going to remember it without a head?
No, you remember, you remember...
Where's the memory? Where's the memory? In his legs? Where do you think you store memory? In your fucking arms?
Yeah, but if you do it quick enough, if it's like, go, and you
No, he's
walking
walking
there,
there.
and he's walking, and he walked...
No, it's bollocks. It's bollocks.
He did 35 steps.
Bollocks.
It's not bollocks, though.
Because how can the body remember what his head was told a few seconds ago? His head's now in a basket.
Yeah.
The body doesn't go, what was I meant to do? I know, I was meant to walk along.
Well, they did it, it was a test.
Well, no, it wouldn't happen. You're talking shit again.
Okay.
Believe in absolute
Yeah.
bollocks.
Says you with the monkeys and the Shakespeare. That's what annoys me.
It's not about monkeys, is it? It's about random.
Yeah.
So you have lethal injection.
Lethal injection, yeah.
I think that is best. Well, thanks very much, Karl Pilkington.
Oh my god.
Doesn't a chicken, when you get cut its head off, does it run
Yes.
around? But it doesn't follow a line or anything, right?
It flies around. Like I've cut heads off chickens many times,
Right.
you know, but yeah, they just flop around. But you kind of try and stop them because it just bruises up the meat.
Oh, okay.
You know, anyways,
But that's all nerves, right? It's just all...
I guess. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
you know.
Because we don't do that when we get our heads cut off. We don't go,
I haven't tried cutting people's heads off. I don't know.
Would you
Maybe
like
you start flopping around?
Would you like a finger up your bum before you got your head cut off?
Do I have
Or
to get my head cut off?
or a lethal injection?
How about just a finger up my bum? I'll take it.
The glove or no glove?
Let me think on that.
Now or later?
Oh, God.
Oop.
Oh. How about you?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's fucked. Okay.
That was fucked. Okay.
That was like weird and
Yeah.
just
You know, kind of reminds me of...
wasn't even that funny. It was just like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah. He kind of reminds me of Ricky a little bit, in a sense, our son.
Yes, yeah, he does actually.
Because he's autistic, but he has a very, like, literal
As a
interpretation of things sometimes.
matter-of-fact kind of humor at times, yeah.
Like, if you present an argument, and if you don't present it perfectly clear, it'll be like the monkey argument
Yeah.
with the typewriters. It's like, what do you mean by that, you know? And he'll go through scenarios that you're not talking about, but because you didn't make it clear enough or understanding enough.
It's just too many things go through his brain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, well, what happens if this happens? Or what do you mean by infinity? Is there just one monkey?
How do you know infinity?
When is there shift over, you know? Like,
Yeah.
he would be like that.
Okay, holy jeez, okay, that was just weird, but interesting and at times funny, but...
Okay, so is this Karl guy, like, is this his true character, or is this an
autistic?
act, or...
It must be an act.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't explain that one.
Okay, well,
All right, well, we met Karl Pilkington, guys. There you go. Now, apparently, there's a lot of, on the Ricky Gervais show, we get more into the mind of Karl Pilkington.
I see, okay.
So,
Okay,
you know that little cartoon we watched that one
Yeah.
time?
yeah, exactly.
I'll have to watch a whole show eventually.
It's,
All right.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of funny at times. A little weird. But still works.
All right. I don't know what to say on that, guys. It was funny, and it was interesting, and it was weird, and
Mm-hmm. I
All
think
of those
maybe it's time to smoke some weed.
oh, okay. All right. Time to smoke some weed. Come back with the next video, and we'll be a little more fucked than we are right now. So I'll talk to you later on the Brad and Lucy Show.
Let's see. A something by any other name.
Carnation, peony.
Now, they did that on last week's Marlowe.
What about daisy?
Chrysanthemum.
Iris? Rose? What about rose?
Did you say rose?
Yeah, rose.
Ooh, rose is good.
Rose by any other name. Yeah, that works.
I like
All right.
that a lot.
Okay. All right,
Rose.
moving on.
Hey, what about tulip?
Rose is fine. Moving on.
Are you serious?